What is going on, everybody? Zac Graham back again for FTNDaily.com, ready to get into game week 52 on the NBA side of things over at Sorare. This is also our week 4 of the Sorare NBA playoff competitions. If you're just getting started on Sorare, maybe you haven't even signed up yet. Let's talk a little bit about what we're getting into here. Sorare is a sports fantasy game and marketplace featuring officially licensed digital player cards from the NBA, MLB, and global football. With Sorare, you own and build teams, buying, selling, collecting, and trading officially licensed digital player cards, and compete with them in fantasy games to win rewards week over week and season over season, just like professional sports owners and GMs. Rewards in these contests include player cards and real life rewards, such as tickets to games, autographed jerseys, NBA League Pass, gift cards, and more, bringing the physical and digital world together. Sorare is the future of fantasy sports, taking ownership to the next level, a true dynasty game in which players own their cards forever. And now that we're talking the NBA side of things at Sorare here on Monday, into the month of May, into the second round in the NBA playoffs. Just a reminder that some of those real life rewards are coming to the NBA managers soon. The playoff contest, remember, the blog on Sorare, you can go look this up to find out all the details for yourself. But there are 2 playoff contest format to test our skills here. We've got our typical game week competitions with the rewards that are outlined in the lobby every week, but then the playoff tournaments that are running the duration of the postseason. Scores for each game week will be cumulatively totaled to produce a playoff tournament score. So both contest types are offering rewards. And again, you can go to the blog to see more information on what type of rewards you could be looking at. I think up top in those super rare and unique contests are tickets to either, I think, the finals or no, it's getting ahead of myself. 2 of the top prizes there, either a trip to the 2024 NBA Paris game in France or a VIP experience at All-Star Weekend next season. So again, those are the top prizes. They go all the way down to, more fun type of stuff. You can maybe put up in your office, a mini hoop, maybe some branded headphones, a hoodie, things like that. So again, go over to that Sorare blog to check out all the information, the details that you need to know what's going on here with kind of the dual contest types. Let's look at the marketplace here this week. Obviously, only 8 teams remaining in the second round did tip off on Saturday night. So if you're looking just from a pure games standpoint, Boston and Philly is the only series that will play 4 games this game week. And let me just double check my work here, but I believe that is correct because we don't see Golden State and the Lakers tip off until Tuesday. Then they go again Thursday and Saturday. So that game 4 in Lakers Golden State will take place in the next game week. And of course, Miami and New York, Phoenix and Denver already played their game 1 last game week. So Philly and Boston, the only series that will see 4 games this game week. So if we want to take a look at the marketplace for those teams, we've also got some big injury news on the Philly side of things. Joel Embiid is doubtful. I actually am just editorializing here. I have my doubts about Joel Embiid actually sitting out any of these games. I'm not surprised if he plays tonight. So again, you just like with the regular season, you got to be in tune with the news leading up to Lock on Sorare, because that will certainly play a big role in a lot of managers' lineups tonight. Because if he's out, of course, B-Ball Paul going to be in a lot of Sorare lineups. You can get a Paul Reed for under $14 low ask right now on the marketplace. Unfortunately, because he had that big week or a big score in the final game, that 4th game of the first round series, his cap hit is 21 this week, but still that is some good value in these playoff contests where a lot of the value plays that you could maybe slot in during the regular season, those guys are just getting DNP CDs in all these playoff games, not in the rotation. So a lot tougher to make lineups the further we get into these playoffs. Obviously, these guys will get minutes regardless, but if Embiid is out, a lot more usage to go around on a guy like DeAnthony Melton, under $16 low ask for a Melton limited card right now. Tobias Harris just over a $16 low ask. A Tyrese Maxey, $23 low ask. And of course, James Harden going to come in up top here price wise. James Harden under $50, but still, $50 is not nothing to a lot of people. So certainly understand that. Some more economical choices on that Philly team that we just went through there. And Paul Reed certainly should be in your lineup if you have a Paul Reed card and Joel Embiid sits out tonight. It's just, even if he just gets one game as the starting center, there is too much upside there to ignore Paul Reed at that 21 cap it. And the Celtics have 4 games as well. So let's not ignore them. Let's look like Robert Williams, even if he continues to come off the bench, $19 low ask. You're going to need his size in this series once Embiid gets back on the court. And a better matchup for a guy like the Time Lord if Embiid is out here in game 1. Marcus Smart right around a $20 low ask. His backcourt mate, Derek White, under $18 low ask for a Derek White. And then if we look at somebody like a Jaylen Brown, not terrible, $53 low ask on Jaylen Brown. Obviously, you go all the way up to Jason Tatum, $145 low ask. So, and obviously you're probably not going to full stack that series in this game week. So some of the other options I like if you're looking for guys who are going to suck up the majority of usage on their team, let's look at the Heat. Jimmy, $30 low ask for playoff Jimmy Butler. I mean, this guy has been crushing the Bucks, and then another big game in the game 1 win against the Knicks on Sunday. So $30 low ask for Jimmy with the lead in this series. It's looking good for the, if you're looking at playing Jimmy Butler, not just here in the second round, but a potential Eastern Conference Finals run, that might be my favorite value in terms of the all-star caliber names on the open marketplace this week. And Bam Adebayo, $19 low ask. So obviously not the same type of ceiling as Jimmy. If I have the funds in my Sorare account, I'm certainly looking at Jimmy over Bam, but both of those guys seem fairly economical there. And then the Warriors are through. Steph Curry, historical Game 7 performance. That was so much fun to watch. Draymond Green, just a 27 cap hit, $12 low ask. We know that in the playoffs, he's going to get big minutes. We know he produces across the box score. Do not hate a Draymond Green purchase at all. Andrew Wiggins, $16.50 low ask there. He's going to play big minutes, going to be tasked with guarding a lot of LeBron James in this series. And then Klay Thompson, also $16.50 low ask. So if you think a team like the Warriors is going to advance at least to the Western Conference Finals and get past the Lakers here, then I think those guys are very solid buys on the primary marketplace at this point. Let's jump into let's build our common contest here today. And of course, you can also get starter packs. And the thing about these starter packs that is interesting is that it's going to be tough, I think, for Sorare to get people to purchase these starter packs that you look at, like this one. Okay, it's great. It would have finished top 200 last week in the limited contender contest, but you're selling me a Seth Curry, who's out of the playoffs, Pat Connaughton, who's out of the playoffs, DeAndre Hunter, Terrence Mann, John Morant, all these guys are out of the playoffs. So I think the time for starter packs on the NBA side of things here at Sorare is past. But if you're also dabbling in the MLB streets, go check out the starter packs when they replenish them with a new batch. Decent way to get your collection, your scarcity card collection started over there. Last week, Steph did vault us into, I believe it's a tier 4 or 5 limited in that limited champion contest. Not a great showing in the contender or the pickup contest, which is what we built last week. It would have helped to have that Steph Curry and his near 100-point output. Malik Monk was 60. Not too shabby either. Let's go to the upcoming. We don't have our prizes yet, so not opening that limited card quite yet. Let's build our pickup lineup here. And look, if you want to stack up Boston and Philly with the 4 games compared to every other series with 3, I think that is a fine strategy, a little bit of an edge for you in these contests with one more bite at the apple. Again, this is a kind of best ball scoring, right? So the top fantasy score for each player on the game week is what's going to count in your lineup. I'm going to go back to Anthony Davis as my MVP here in the pickup contest. we saw kind of an on again, off again in terms of fantasy performance from Anthony Davis in that series against the Grizzlies, but you only need that one big performance here at Sorare to have that big week. So not counting against my cap and my MVP spot here, give me Anthony Davis. And then I'm just going to scroll down. I need some value. I know we need value to open things up here. So I've got a Paul Reed comment here. Again, keep your eye on that Embiid news. If he does not play, probably going to get this Paul Reed out of the lineup, but that's some decent value there at 21. Let me scroll up a little bit. Let's see. I do want to get more exposure to this series, not just Paul Reed on the Philadelphia side, like Tobias Harris with the 28 cap hit. Certainly in consideration, Smart and Derek White, the backcourt tandem there. Both affordable, hovering in that 30 range in terms of a cap hit, but 36 for Jaylen Brown. That's where I'm going to go here. And then can I get like another cheaper, maybe not super cheap, but Steph Curry against the Lakers? Like, who's going to stop Steph on that team? We'll slot him in. That gives us 15 cap points to work with here. And then look, Jeff Green. Look, ceiling not super high on a guy like Jeff Green, but the minutes are going to be there. And if he can get you 20 in one of these games, I think that would be his high for the playoffs so far. 17 was his high watermark. That wouldn't be terrible either in a playoff contest for that 14 cap hit. So that does round out a lineup there. There's obviously other ways to go here. Like, I think we could get a little bit more balanced, maybe. Like if Julius Randle is going to remain out for the Knicks, I've got this Obi Toppin card, 27 cap hit. So you're not getting a ton of value there in the Obi play. But if Randle does remain out even for one more game, the 27 cap hit could certainly be paid off by Obi, who had 35 in the game one loss on Sunday. Then I could get more exposure to this Philly team if Embiid is indeed out for game one, and maybe even longer. Like, again, I think he comes back potentially even tonight to start the series. But if we slot Tobias in there next to Obi, that gives us 44 cap points, and that's going to allow me to get somebody in like a Jimmy Butler or like a Kevin Durant. And Suns down 1-0 in this series. I'll take it. I'll take KD in there. So two different ways to build this lineup. I think right now, with the uncertainty around Julius Randle and Joel Embiid, I'm going to go and I'm going to submit that first lineup that we built. So we'll get Jeff Green in there. We'll get Jaylen Brown back in there. And then we'll get Steph. And, I have plenty of options up here. Tatum 48, LeBron 48, Steph 48. So if I didn't have Jaylen Brown in there, maybe I'm going with Tatum. If I didn't have Anthony Davis, maybe I'm going with LeBron. But I'm not going to stack those guys up together in this lineup. So we'll go Steph. We'll submit that. That's our common pickup lineup. But again, subject to change with Embiid's status for sure. If you sign up for Sorare, one more time, if you sign up for Sorare through the link in the description of this video, you're going to get a free limited card with the first purchase, or your first 5 purchases, I should say, gets you that 6th free limited card on the primary marketplace at Sorare. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you had a good game week 51. Good luck in game week 52, and we'll see you back here. Same time, same place, getting ready for game week 53. That will be week 5 of our playoff action on Sorare. Back here next Monday, game week 53. Good luck this week, and thanks for stopping by.